What is up, humans? Today's pick pile, we're going to do past life vibe from the relationship that you're thinking about. So, I'm not sure what will come through, but that's what we're doing. We have labradorite, Smokey Quartz, tiger's eye, and Mahogany Obsidian. So, pick your pile, and we'll get started. If you haven't decided which pile you'd like, please pause the video. Start with tiger's eye, because that's what I wrote first. Okay, guys, so, like, I don't know if you, like, want to see the cards laid down from the pile, or if, like me, it's just, like, whatever, I don't really care. Because I'm not going to read you each individual card, I'm reading it as a group, like a natal chart. Hooray, I made a good connection. So, in the future, if you don't want to watch them, if it's a waste of time to you, let me know, and I'll take the majority role. So, past life energy that is affecting your current situation. Wow. Sometimes it's just like, what the fuck? That work? Yeah, you guys can see that. Okay. Oh, Bugsy, sorry. That's my cat. He just said, your past lives are a joke, because I'm a cool cat, and that's all that matters. There you go, little Bugsy. He is the wisest one here. You better just listen to him. Okay. Okay. For the people who chose the Tiger's Eye pile, we would like to get a vibe on what's going on here in our reading. We have Pisces and Scorpio energy, religious factors of the past, and retreating from the world. We have the Magician, the Devil reversed, and the Three of Cups. And okay, 4 degrees, so given. Her comment resonated. I tried to sever connection. So, an energy of wanting to be deeply connected to somebody, and then also wanting to not be deeply connected to them, not having to understand you. And then we have competition, say hello to the bad guy, and hammer and sickle. So, I don't want to jump to conclusions on what those are going to signify for the reading until after we pull some cards. So, I just feel like maybe you were wishing you weren't connected to this person. Or maybe in the past, something made you feel that way. Okay, so the order of the time, like the paradigm that was present in the past life was problematic for your relationship. Maybe you were the same gender. Maybe you were different religions, or the religion of one of you or both of you was not widestream accepted. And if we look to the past and even to now, different religious beliefs can definitely make life hard. But there's definitely an unbalance, like almost like a curse from the structure of society. You guys probably tried to get away from society with retreat. Pisces also goes like spiritual truth, and I know some people say Sagittarius, but whatever, I don't care. Not what other people say. That's my vibe on it. And Scorpio is depth. So there's your depth. There's your truth. And retreat is trying to get away from the world. Now, we had the Magician, which is manifestation, having all the tools necessary to do what you need to do. The Devil was in reverse, so breaking away from being stuck in a, I want to say bondage, but not sexual bondage, like the actual, like enslavement. It could be spiritually or emotionally. It could be physically. And the Free Cup, which is celebration. It's like your guys' celebration was denied. For whatever reason, you were stuck denying your emotions, and the offer of love wasn't able to manifest as a gift. Now we're going to see how it's affecting you today. How is this past life energy, this experience of being denied their love because of the mainstream beliefs affecting the relationship that they're in now? You had a chance at a new beginning. Ooh, they're coming right out. But that gift. Oh, man. Okay. I think that in your past life you had a child, which would explain why the religious energy might have been against the pairing, because maybe you weren't married. And I don't think you're going to have a child this time. I don't know what happened at that time in the past, but I think that because of whatever happened with the relationship and the child in this life, the two of you won't produce one. Yeah. It's heavy energy. It's creating an imbalance between the two of you, because there are other options of a person you could be with that would give you a child. Not that I'm sure either one of you really want a child, just I think maybe one of you, somebody might have bailed on the child, and I don't even think I would say the man bailed on the child. I think somebody bailed on the mate. They couldn't come to terms with how they felt. In this life, you're more able to have the strength to live your truth. But you'll be in the physical. You guys have stuck. Okay. So the spiritual progress between the two of you might be stuck up on something. In my opinion, it is the pain from the past, choosing society over love. And you have to make a choice. You have to make the right choice this time. Make the choice for love. And hopefully you'll be able to flip that 8 of Cups around and connect spiritually as well as physically. You might be blocking each other's spiritual energy because of the pain of the last life you had together, or the whatever life you had together. But yeah. Let me grab another deck for advice. What is the advice we can give to the people who chose the Tiger Eye pile on how to improve their connection and their spiritual well-being? What is the advice for the people who chose the Tiger Eye pile on the connection with their past life love? The Eight of Cups reversed again. Alright, hold on, guys. When a card pops up twice like that, I feel like I didn't get its message across. So we're going to read from the book. What are you holding on to? Take stock. Are you clinging onto the past when you really do not know your current living situation has to change? When reversed, the Eight of Cups shows error of judgment. You jump too soon or stay too long, unable to see that there's an alternative way to do things. At this point, there's no logical solution. Like the Eight of Cups, sphere of Had, for the mind and its strategies and intellectual approach might make you feel in control. But the way ahead of you is to follow your instincts. Timing is also important. Trust yourself that you will know the right time to move on, without pressure. An additional meaning of this card is being abandoned, leaving you confused as others move on from you with undignified haste. Do you have anything else to say, guys? Oh, there it goes. The Fool reversed a second time as well. Oh wait, maybe it was regular the first time, but yeah, we'll see what it says. If what you're proposing or a situation offered to you is what you're proposing or a situation offered to you, will leap too far. The Fool reversed brings out his irresponsible side, and his mouth works ahead of his brain. And without thinking through the downsides, the Fool makes decisions that are not wise. The reversed Fool leaps without awareness until becomes the literal idiot, sabotaging his chances due to desperation and irrationality. Think carefully before agreeing to a new approach of work, and hold back from emotional commitments until you are sure of your ground. Look before you leap. I hope that helps somewhat, guys. I hope it resonates. Let me know in the comments if it does. If it doesn't, you can let me know that too. You might want to pick another pile if it doesn't. But, yeah. Thanks for joining me, and we hope to see you here again. Alright, guys, if you chose labradorite, this is your pile. How is your past life, or, you know, vibe out on that past life energy. I'm not sure how it's going to read out yet, but we're going to figure it out together. Ooh, that one's a cool one I put in there. You don't see it? Yep, okay. Alright, guys. So, if you chose labradorite, this is your past life energy. Okay. I feel like in the past, somebody was a public figure, intellectually revered. And I feel like somebody waited too long. And they weren't willing to go the distance. Probably had a lot of options. But I don't even denying the spiritual connection. I just think that maybe they didn't know how to honor that. I think somebody denied their truth in the past. So let's see what else we can get. And this card is the no meaning card, which for me is like wild card. I don't know what I intended for it to be when I put it in the deck, but I just feel like it's an answer that you already know. Maybe this intellectual was inspired by you, but they didn't know themselves. And it was heartbreaking because, you know, I mean, sometimes some stupid fucking song from the 80s. When you can live your life with somebody and you can love them, but not see them as a partner, it's infuriating for the person who loves you, who you're spending all your time with, watching you go through all these other people who aren't right for you, who could never offer you the love and understanding that they offer you. The quest for love is the quest for understanding. Really, honestly, think about it, guys. What you really want is for someone to get you and to love and appreciate what they get about you. And I think one of you was crushed emotionally because the other person was blind or refusing to acknowledge the connection. Probably because they had lots of other people they could be with. And they probably weren't strong enough to not be with those other people. Or maybe they did acknowledge your connection, but they didn't act justly about it. They were still sleeping around. You weren't able to build anything. Now, how can we benefit in this life from knowing about what we know from the past? I think letting go of control issues is definitely about the now. Just because you feel like something's going to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. Give your significant other maybe some credit because maybe this time they're going to get it right. Worth waiting for, you know. If it takes to this lifetime to get it right, at least you're going to get it right. It'll be worth it. So I think the truth in this life will be you'll honor your passion for each other, but don't let it go to your head. Because by honoring each other, you have to truly honor each other. You have to genuinely honor each other. Otherwise, you're just reversing roles. You can step out of conflict by letting go of controlling this person, not thinking they're going to do something wrong. You know, just until somebody acts with just assumptions. And you have a very good chance of building something together in this life. Oh, man. But you have to be yourself first. Like I said, know thyself on one of the cards. You have to stand whole, alone, before you can stand whole with anybody else. Maybe that's one of the reasons why in the past it didn't work. Because you weren't, somebody or both of you were not individually satisfied with who they were. And you have to have meaning in your life without someone before you can have meaning in your life with someone. Don't be petty. Don't be fake. Don't forget how much better it feels to be with this person than without them. And I think that's the second Seven of Wands. No. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, still. Still a good card for victory, or in this case, reaping the benefits of hard work. You guys have put a lot into this from the past to now. And it's going to be great. So stop fucking worrying about it and let it be great. I just like you continue to inspire each other and push each other toward the great goals, great causes, but you have to. Okay. So people always say when you stop looking, you'll get what you wanted or whatever anyway. But I feel like when you stop needing, you stop thinking you need something or someone. When you know you don't need somebody and you want them in your life instead, I believe that that's 10 times more valuable, because if you need something, you need it to live. That's root chakra shit, you know? But when you want something because it feels right and it's just good and better and perfect or whatever, close to perfect, you want somebody, I feel like it means more than when you need somebody. So you have to stand in a place where you don't need anything. And from there, I believe you will get the reward, the want, the love that you've been trying to reconnect and relive and repair from the past. So, I hope this resonates, and come see us again in the future, and let me know if it helps, and if it didn't help, whichever. But it's going to be everything worth having is work. And from the past to now, you need to make sure that you're willing to put the work in, and the main focus, I believe, of this pile is to be whole in yourself. Be you. Be strong in yourself. Be complete. And that's how you're going to be able to repair the issues from the past. Have a great night, guys. Okay, we're on Smokey Quartz pile. What is it about the past that is affecting you now? Okay, this is the South Node. Is literally past life energy. Places we've been. It's funny that that came out for you. I mean, it's just, you know, validation or something. Wow. So my sister seen these on my desk earlier today, and she picked a pile. And this ancient unicorn image is totally for her. So I hope this resonates, boo. Ooh, I knew that one was the vibe I was getting. Okay. So, pile Smokey Quartz. So we have Pluto in the South Node. South Node are things, places we've been, things that are familiar. Pluto is rebirth, regeneration, the Phoenix energy. Destroy the old so that something new can rise from it. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So, it's the energy that your past life relationship would have on the current relationship you're asking about. Would be a need to change. So karma can be described as not just you get what you give, but cycles that we learn work. So if we need to rebirth the cycles that we keep acting in, we need to change the cycles we're comfortable with and familiar with, the place we've come from can't be the place we end. You have to let the energy of your past be destroyed and born into something new. Now, a rose by any other name reads to me the energy of romance, seduction. We have elemental, and then we have the Knight of Fire, so the Knight of Wands, which can be an action of creativity or an action of passion. Elemental, I think, would push it towards the passion energy. Although creativity is elemental, but this is not what I'm vibing on. So then in the middle here we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, which is an uneven give and take. It's the lack of balance. And then it's right in between the South Node and Pluto. So this lack of balance is where we need to rebirth that energy. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And then heart to heart, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Go get it. It's up to you. And then the way. The way is It's Do. It's like the end of most martial arts that come from Korea, I guess. I think. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think. If I'm wrong, I apologize, martial artists. It's been a long time. Japan or Kendo. So yeah, Japan. The way Do is Japan. My bad, guys. Anyway, that could also signify like a past life in Japan. I would say feudal Japan. Clearly, because of the romantic, vibe here that I'm getting. And then this makes me think 1400s, which would be Shakespearean, I think. I'm not really sure about the timeline. I suck at history, but these are the energies I'm giving you guys. So medieval energy, maybe Japan, maybe Europe, but maybe both. And who knows how long we lived, or how long people lived back then, especially. Let's get some more insight into the past and the things that happened. I do think that it's really important to remember straight off the bat that you have to reconfigure the energies from the system you're used to. You have to live in a new energy. You have to take what you had in this relationship or in this experience, and you have to let it become something else because it's not working the way it was. It was not balanced. 7 of Wands. Victory against the odds. Ooh. The Empress. So, nurturing, only one choice. Whew. Alright. So, in the past, you thought that there was only one option. You thought that this person, this energy, was your light. Maybe they were. But there was an imbalance. Maybe a spiritual misuse. They were not acting in your best interest. Not at all. Hierophant again. So the time, it says very soon up here. I see the 7 of Pentacles come out. Which makes me think that if you don't act on this, it's time to act now. It's time to work on this now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Work on it now. There's no time to waste on healing this pain. And maybe you need to just open up and talk to the person about it. Sometimes, okay, so being South Node is what indicates one of the vibes of the reading. You don't want all these cycles repeat. This is advice, but I'm still gonna go back to the other cards. Okay, there's a distance between you guys now. And that's lonely feeling. I mean, it's cold. But I don't know that your intuition is going to be sound in this situation. It's always good to speak your truth. Let me take a couple more cards. What else do we have to clarify for these guys? Come on. The Hierophant makes me think that you are... You think that this is the only way it can be. You think that this is right. King of Swords is my ultimate truth card, so I meant to say that that's a valid way to read it. Okay, so Strength reversed over here with elemental, the passion energy we had earlier. Sometimes we mistake something familiar for something that's right. That's not always true. Sometimes we pursue something that's familiar when what we really need to do is pursue something that's totally different. Get in touch with your feelings. Really don't be afraid to be honest with yourself. If you have some, I mean, you can talk to your significant other about that, that's great. But whatever system or cycles you're bringing over into this life, in this relationship, it needs a major league renovation. Put it all in a wood chipper, spread it out, wait till next year, plant something underneath it. When you decide what you want, plant that it within the rubble of the past, and watch something new and beautiful be reborn from it. And it's never easy to do, emotional work, but it's worth it. South Node and Pluto together for this are really the main focus for me for this reading. You have to change what you let happen in the past. Both of you. I mean, it seems one-sided on this one, which is weird. But what is familiar is not always what is right. That's where I'm going to end it, and I hope this helps, and have a wonderful day, and check us again. Hopefully we'll have something else that will be relevant for you. Mahogany Obsidian people, this is your pile. Past life energy connecting to current life relationships. Holy shit. Oh, there's 3 this time. Wow. Okay, guys. You've chosen Mahogany Obsidian. This is your reading. I feel like somebody in the connection had to make a sacrifice that they thought was valid, but that the other person in the relationship was unable to cope with. So one person thought it was cool and it was fair, it's just, doing your thing. And then the other person just found it to be a defacement of your love. Now, on that note, what one person does to support the relationship may not be understood by the other one. And sometimes you have to recognize that if it's done out of love, it's done out of love. And if it's completely unacceptable, it's still completely unacceptable. So both parties might have needed to make, a compromise here. And I'm sure that's where your love fell apart. The inability to understand the effort that both people were putting in. I think one person committed suicide. We have either you can die a hero and by your own hand. So, oh yeah. Yeah, well, one person was off doing whatever they were doing that the other person didn't approve of. The other person took their own life. They didn't understand what you were doing. And that's the Lovers, which indicates a choice. I think choices were not made the right way. I think something was forsaken. A gift. You're destined pair, so I mean the partnership might have been what was forsaken by neither of you being willing to just acknowledge something wasn't okay. Like, relationships take a lot of work. And if you just avoid the problem, the burden can become too much to bear for one or the other, and then that's it. I mean, somebody falls, and in this situation, I do believe somebody fell. Now, what is the advice for this pile on how to use the knowledge of the past to improve the present? That's the goal, right? Understand the past to make the present a gift again. Don't be stuck in stalemate. Freaking compromise with each other. Everybody makes mistakes. You both made mistakes in the past, and you probably both make mistakes in this life. Don't get stuck in it. You need to embody love and wisdom. Don't lie to each other. Be completely honest about how you feel. And don't think that you have the right to control the other person. Just because one party doesn't do what the other party wants them to do, doesn't mean that they don't love you. This is a... I mean, if you pick this pile, I don't really pull destined pair very often. And you may be destined pair as far as like a karmic, as far as learning a lesson to break a cycle. I just feel like this is a different situation. Like this is a more permanent connection. But you still need to learn your lesson. Open up and talk. Don't let imaginary swords or your fear of speaking your truth prevent you from showing the respect to this relationship that it deserves. If you curl up in a ball, pretend it's not happening, you're going to eventually break. And if you can't tell that your partner is completely wounded by your actions, get off your fucking dick ass fucking jerk mode and pay attention to how they feel. Your actions affect the person that loves you, the people who love you. That's a fact. We know that as human beings. We can understand that concept. But we have to be able to recognize it when it's happening. My advice to you is to recognize that you're both individuals. And that as a human individual, if you have to voice your truth. You have to be sincere and be honest, and don't be afraid. If you lose this person because your truth didn't vibe with them, at least you told your truth instead of letting it destroy you. And if you can't tell when your significant other is just being, emotionally torn apart, stop being a dick and open your eyes and your heart and look and see that something you're doing is hurting them. This is it. Embody wisdom and love, compassion, higher truth. Just be good to each other. It doesn't take much. One of you needs to speak up. The other one needs to show their heart or connect to their heart. I hope that this helps, guys. Come back and see us again. And yeah, thanks for joining me.